Okay, so I'm back again. I'm about to try this again, and this time I'm just gonna test. I bought some new alginate powder from Amazon, and I will put it in the description box below. But it's a dental alginate, and I heard that it was better to get, you know, your all your impressions or whatever of your fingers. So I'm going to try this one out. It's totally different. It has different instructions, and I heard that it sets really fast. So I'm going to test it out first on one finger. So I didn't show the entire process of me doing this on this one finger because I will show the entire process of the entire hand. But I am so glad that I tried it out on this one finger because there are some key factors that you would want to know when making your entire hand with this stuff. But look at this, like, it is awesome. Like, it looks exactly like my finger. So just keep watching if you want to know how to get your hand to look like this. So with this alginate powder, the directions on the back are a little confusing, but I made it work. So you just want to kind of follow the directions, but I'm going to tell you right now that the water ratio towards the powder ratio is not correct because it is too thick when you try to mix it. Because I went exactly by the directions, and you can see that it's not going to turn out right. So I started adding in a little more water as I was mixing. Now this alginate powder, it is color changing, which I like. It turns out it's purple at first, and then it'll turn white when it's done processing. So you want to hurry up and mix it. As you can see, while I'm mixing here, it is actually kind of turning colors as I'm mixing. So the key to slowing down the process of this alginate powder is to put your water in the freezer for about 30 minutes. Your water has to be cold, almost freezing, for the powder not to process quick. And as you can see, it was already processing here, and I didn't even have my hand in there yet. But it goes from purple to pink to white. So I kind of sped it up so you guys can see how the color changing process happened. And see, it happened more from in the inside, and then it came on the outside. So when the outside of the mixture is white, then you can start taking your hand out. Okay, so here you can see that the entire thing is white now, so I'm going to start taking my hand out of it, and it slipped out really easily, and I didn't even put any Vaseline on this time. But look at this, guys. Like, you can already see my hand impressions, my fingerprints and stuff in there. So I think this was really cool. So now I'm going to use the same exact silicone products that I used in the first video, and I will link that video in the cards above if you haven't seen that one. But I ended up using a total of 12 ounces, 6 ounces each, A and B. And then of course I will use the resin silicone color to make a brown hand here. So I'm using red, yellow, blue, brown, and black. And this is how I achieved the better brown color that I wanted, because in the first video, if you go back and watch that, the color of the hand is kind of reddish, and I did not like that. So I'm mixing in other colors to make it the brown that I want it to be. So when mixing your silicone separately, A and B, you want to label your cups, and you also want to use different mixing spoons, or whatever you're going to use to mix. You want to use a different spoon to mix it with, because it will start to harden if you mix the A and B before you're ready. So now that I have each one of these separately ready, I'm going to mix them together now, and you want to make sure you mix it good so that all the product can get good together so that it will harden like it should. So now I'm going to start putting the silicone into my mold. So the key to this is to pour slowly. I know my video is sped up, so it looks like I'm pouring really fast, but I'm not. Pour slowly. Make sure you beat it around, turn it around, and then pour the silicone out back into the cup. Beat it around again, and pour some more back in there. It's a lot of beating and whatever, but you want to make sure that you get the silicone into your fingertips so that it won't be chipped off. And you can see that on the other video, one of my fingers was chipped off, so I had to make sure I beat it really well this time so that all of my fingertips came out correctly. So now I am done. I let it sit for an hour, and I'm going to pull this hand out. You see how that slipped out, but I'm going to pull the hand out, and this hand turned out almost perfectly. The only thing that I did not like about this hand is that I wanted the color to be a little bit darker, but look at this, guys. My nails, my fingerprints, the inside of my hand, everything turned out really well. But the color did not get all the way down to the fingertips, but that's fine. It's just a light skin hand, which is fine. But because I had some more silicone left, I ended up making another hand. So here is the last hand. I used all of the silicone that I had left, and I made it a little bit darker. So because I only had a little bit of silicone left, it only turned out to be like half of a hand, but it turned out perfectly. The color was perfect. So I am loving this. I'm going to start using these hands for some nail practice. And look at this, guys. Like, this one looks exactly like my hand, the skin tone and everything. So I think that it's cool that I could still use the same mold. And if you look at the mold, it's pink now. I'm not sure why it turned from white to pink, but it still worked perfectly fine. And I was able to make an extra hand out of it. So here I'm showing you the first hand that I did on the first video, and as you can see, it looks horrible. And this is actually the second hand, and you can see that the fingertips are not as brown as they should be, but that's fine. And this one turned out perfect. Like, it looks exactly like my hand. I am so in love. I'm actually shocked how good it turned out. Also, guys, please go check out Brick in the Yard. That's where I purchased my silicone from. I have no affiliations with them, but their products are pretty good because I was able to make like 3 hands and a finger from out of this stuff. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos.